That's the YouTube link for the class this evening. The class is being streamed live this evening, and that's the YouTube link for everyone that you can use for the class this evening. It's in the chat, and you could use that link. All right, good evening. Today is Saturday, the 18th of December, 2021. And this is the final Saturday for the class of Steele's meetings. This is our final Saturday. I want to welcome everyone to this evening's session as we do a bit of a recap and look at not just what we have done, but we also look at what we are going to be doing in the new year that is ahead of us. I want to take this opportunity to identify in our presence the person of His Excellency Olukola Olusogun, who is the president for the class of Steele Youth. His Excellency Olukola is residing in Nigeria. He's responsible for Nigeria, but also the whole of the class of Steele Youth arm. I also want to identify the person of Bishop Dr. Comfort Adu. Bishop Dr. Comfort is based in Ghana, and she is responsible for the West African region of the class of Steele, those who are in the Ghanaian area and the West Africa region, Bishop Dr. Comfort Adu. I also want to identify Ambassador Aliji Shika Karabu out of Sierra Leone. Ambassador is out of Sierra Leone, and he is responsible for the youth arm in Sierra Leone region. I take this opportunity as well to acknowledge Sori Bangura. Sori Bangura is in Sierra Leone as well, and Sori Bangura is connected to the differently abled community, those who are physically challenged. And as we open the arm for the physically challenged communities and those around, Sori Bangura is a part of that team, and he resides also in Sierra Leone. I identify all of the members from other regions of Africa and other surrounding areas. You are very welcome to the class of Steele's Youth this evening. In opening this evening's session, I want to bring back to mind the thoughts of where we have reached thus far. The year has been very interesting, and we've had a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of positive development, and we've also had the opportunity to pick out those we believe are going to be able to graduate in the new year coming, which would complete 1 year of the class of Steele Youth. We've been working assiduously with putting together sessions for you. You've had the opportunity in that period to speak to many leaders. Many leaders came and they were able to share messages with you of inspiration, of strength, of information. And I trust that this year has been a good year for all of you. I want to identify a few of you because you stood out greatly in this period. I want to identify Ambassador Aliji, who stood out greatly this year. I observe his zeal and also his passion, and I'm pleased that we have appointed him for the Sierra Leone region, because he has proven himself to be a busy young man, a young man who is capable of handling the affairs of the youth. And I want to identify him thus far and say we are very pleased with your progress and look forward to your graduation next year for sure. And that is very critical. I also want to identify the person of Pretty Uzorara. And Pretty is out of Nigeria, and she has been constantly here with us as well, along with most of you. But she stood out to us in the class because of her family commitment, yet she remains focused at every point to be with us in the class of Steele, taking notes and being really focused on what is happening in class. I want to identify Sori Bangura. Sori Bangura out of Sierra Leone. He's from the physically challenged community. I'm so proud of him. I've watched him come into the class of Steele continually. I've seen him battling the challenges to get here, the challenges to participate, but yet he remained focused. And throughout this whole entire year, he has been with us consistent. Sorry, Bangura, congratulations on this milestone as well. We in the class of Steele have been observing you, and we are very pleased with your progress. And we look forward to seeing you in January when we are in Sierra Leone for the youth event that is happening there. So we're very pleased with your participation. All of you who are here, don't think, Emanuela, don't let me forget Emanuela out of Ghana. I see you. Good to see you always in the class, and know that you are there. I cannot go past without identifying the daughter of our president, Olukoya, Oyinkin Sola. You are very welcome. It is always a pleasure to have you and your brother while you are in the class as well, being so focused and committed to the class of Steele Youth. You're doing a great job, and it is good to have you. And as a matter of fact, we look forward to telling you what is coming up in the new year. I've told you quite a few things about what we're going to be doing. And at this meeting, I'm going to identify some of those things. But before I do that, please allow me to bring the president of the class of Steele Youth, His Excellency Olusegun Olukoya, so that he can greet you and give you his well wishes for the coming year and any thoughts that he would have to share with you. Your Excellency, Architect Olukoya, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you very much, Excellency. And I want to greet Bishop Comfort and Pretty, Sorry, Alaji, Jane, all the people that are present in the class, and of course my lovely daughter. I want to welcome all of us to the class of Steele this evening. And
thank you.
We are very grateful to each and every one of us that we have shown resilience and commitment to the class of Steele, and also to our own individual personal development. We are very grateful to you. Sorry, there are little distractions here. To our own individual personal development. It is because you value your life, you value your future, you value who and what you can become. Because what we become is both what and who at the same time. And those are areas where we have been imparted positively in the class of Steele, in the area of travels, in the area of exposure to become globally relevant, to be prepared, to be able to take our place in the world scene. And of course, nothing, absolutely nothing is enough excuse or reason not to become all that we are born to be. So I want to salute every one of us in the class of Steele this evening. I know when I joined the class of Steele, I know who I was, where I was, and you can imagine that based on the trainings and all the inputs into my personal life, and it has exposed me to a lot of opportunities across the nation that has even taken me beyond the shores of Nigeria, that I'm able to do international businesses and all of that. Now, each and every one of us can get to any level we desire. Each and every one of us can get to accomplish whatever we want to accomplish. Of course, if we can take to heart all the principles that we are being shown and taught, there's something about knowledge that we cannot separate from our success in life, because knowledge will show us, will guide us, will lead us based on how much attention we pay and give to what we are being imparted. So even as we proceed on this holiday, I want us to take our time to go over all the notes that we have been able to put together, and to begin to look at how we apply those ones we have not yet applied, and those ones we have applied, let's build on them. And as we begin to see results, we also should take our time to also impart others and also prepare those that will also bring to the class of Steele. And I want to challenge us this evening. We can use every week of this holiday to reach out to at least one young person, so that by the time we are resuming, it's possible that each and every one of us will have reached out to at least 3 other persons, and then we'll be able to invite them to the class of Steele Youth come January 2022. I want to assure us that we are not wasting our time being part of what we are doing in the class of Steele. So I salute our courage, I salute our persistence and our resilience to keep up and keep on in the class of Steele Youth. And Beyond the Sky, which is the name of one of our COO, her company, Beyond the Sky is going to be our limits. I congratulate every one of us this evening, and I thank His Excellency for all that you have done, how you have taken your time even to be able to impart every one of us, and you have been of much blessing and benefit to each and every one of us. And also, Bishop Comfort, thank you, Ma, for always being there and being a mother to all of us. Your presence is a serious encouragement to a lot of us. So I also want to thank His Excellency Dr. Donald US and also Grandmaster, who have always been present and imparting each and every one of us. So we salute everyone. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Thank you so very much, Your Excellency Architect Olupoya, for your greetings and for sharing with us. And we also want to ask Her Excellency Bishop Dr. Comfort Adu, who also will be joining us in Sierra Leone for the youth program that is happening, one of the largest youth events that is happening in Africa. And it is going to definitely make history And we, the class of Steele members, our team, those who are going to be able to make it, are very, very pleased to play a part in that event in Sierra Leone. And that's on the 22nd and the 23rd of January, 2022. Your Excellency, Bishop Dr. Comfort Adu, please unmute yourself and just give your review and your greetings to the youth as we finish this chapter of our year and prepare for the new year.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Bishop Dr. Michael Steele. I also acknowledge the presence of the president of the youth class and also all the students on the youth class, and also Ambassador Kagwe of Saloon, everybody on the platform. Pleasant evening. It's been a long time since this program was started. Some have been falling off and some of you have stuck to the end. I will say bravo. You've done well coming this far. What this class has been teaching you, what has been deposited into your system is not a mere education that has been given to you. This sort of education, you will not find them in the class walls. These are new ones that have come up from the class of Steele to make you a different person in this global setup, a different leader in the ensuing years to come, a leader with a difference, a leader whom we can be confidently say that we are giving this position to such and such a fellow, and we are sure that the person will handle it to the latter. So I believe that those of you who have not taken these classes as a joke, but have taken it very, very seriously, you will land on a very good platform. Wherever you find yourself in the ensuing years, you will be able to make it, because the teachings have been very, very fruitful. I thank His Excellency, Bishop Michael Steele, for his time and the type of studies that he have put you people through. We are very grateful for his life. And Your Excellency, I pray that the Lord continue to give you that wisdom and that grace for you to fulfill whatever that is on your heart. I also thank everybody who has made an effort to be on the class. And at this time, I will also say that have a pleasant season greetings. We are at the end of the year. There are so many people who celebrate Christmas. Others also just celebrate the end of the year for the new year. And whatever you are celebrating, I will say that take care of yourself. Don't do extreme celebration that you forget yourself and end up in a mess. Because such periods, people go and do certain things that are not, I don't want to make mention of on this platform. Just have your head on, I will say to in quotes, have your head on and be focused on what you have ahead of you. Know that you are somebody destined for a future to change the globe, and you are not here to waste your time. So have something on your mind and then run with it, knowing for sure that you will definitely make it in future. Don't allow anybody to drag you into any situation that you come out and be sorry for yourself. It's a time for taking decisions. It's not a time for going about messing yourself because you are celebrating. No, have your head on. That's what I would say. Have your head on and know for sure that you are destined for your future. Thank you so much. Happy
Thank you.
New Year.
Thank you so very much, Your Excellency Bishop Dr. Comfort Adu out of Ghana. Thank you for your submission. and your well wishes. I want to ask Ambassador Aliji Shika. I want to welcome you as one of our country directors who have really, as I said earlier, have done us proud. You took the ball for the class of Steele youth and you ran with it. As a matter of fact, I'm glad that you're the one I came to meet in person myself in Sierra Leone when I came there, and you became empowered and you haven't stopped. Ambassador, just give us a little bit of heads up on what the class of Steele has been to you this year thus far. How has it impacted you? And also just tell us a bit about the event that is coming up in January as well. But first, tell us about how the class have impacted you and made a difference in you, the way you are, the way you operate, and then go into about the event. Ambassador Aliji out of Sierra Leone, you're very welcome.
Thank you very much, His Excellency. Thank you very much to all members of the Class of Steele family. It's my honor and pleasure as a country head of Sierra Leone. The Class of Steele have impacted a lot of things in my life in terms of leadership quality. Before, I have been in a dark place when it comes to leadership quality. But since I joined the Class of Steele, a lot of change have been around me. And whatever things I learned from the Class of Steele, I take note upon them so that I will be able to restore it in my brain, study it very hard so that I can be able to impact my fellow youth in Sierra Leone. And I have done that series of times, and I have met with a lot of young leaders from Sierra Leone. Out of the knowledge I have from the Class of Steele, I have been able to impact those knowledge to the young youth from Sierra Leone. And I have been working hard to see how best youth from Sierra Leone will be part of the Class of Steele and also be part of the mentorship program. And I will say this is one of the first program in my life that I have been joining, taking class for free. I can remember a series of programs I have been joining. I pay for them. They are not free, but I pay for them. But since I joined the team, I take class for granted. I take it so very free. I don't pay His Excellency for the mentor. He have been mentored me. Just like last week, I applied for an online class. They asked me to pay $2,000. I said, wow, what His Excellency is doing is very, very great because I am not paying His Excellency. He have been impact knowledge to me for just a free program. I say I thank God, and I'll always pray that His Excellency will keep on His good work, because for doing something basically online free, we don't be able to pay His Excellency. For say I can be able to pay His Excellency for mentoring me. I cannot be able to pay him. So only God can be able to pay him. So I can encourage all members of the Class of Steele so that we can listen and put more impact on whatever things we are learning from the Class of Steele, so that after His Excellency, we can be able to stand on behalf of His Excellency and able to put impact to our fellow youth coming. Mind you, the hands of Class of Steele is in our hands. So we need to work so very firm, put whatever things we are getting, whatever knowledge His Excellency is impacting to us, put it in practice so that our youth in our community, in our country, we can be able to restore them and build their capacity, as well as His Excellency is building our capacity in terms of leadership training. So I want to say thank you, His Excellency. My last word that I want to say this evening to all Class of Steele members, please, we are going for holidays. Let us restore what His Excellency have taught us. I can say, His Excellency, this is an assignment to us. I don't know if he can give us assignment to do so that when we reopen again, we can be able to submit those assignments. Because when we go, we can forget a lot of things, but if we have assignment to do from the class of Steel, every day I will be remembering I have class to do for class of Steel, so that when we will be opening, I can be able to submit my assignment to His Excellency, to the family members of class of Steel. So please, this is holiday. Mind where you are going, because this is festival season all over the world. So please, please be mind of whatever things you are doing. This is festival season. So I will say the class of Steel have, I'm so proud of the class of Steel, and the class of Steel have been a mentorship program to me since I joined the class of Steel, and I never regret it to be part of the class of Steel. So I will say thank you to all family members that have been contributed to this class, to see how best and how far we will be today. And we will always keep praying that the class of Steel will be one of the greatest class ever in the history of the world. So I will say thank you very much, His Excellency, and thank you very much to all members of the class of Steel family for we succeed and we conquer this fight. Thank you very much.
Ambassador, thank you so very much for your constant passion. If I had 10 just like you, I assure you we would take over the whole of Africa. Can you tell us a little bit about your event that is happening in January, the event that is taking place for the Youth Summit? Do you want to give us a little bit of heads up on the Youth Summit and about the participants, what we're going to be able to expect coming up in Sierra Leone, please? Aliji, can you hear us?
Okay, thank you very much, His Excellency. When it comes to the summit, I'm the co-host of the summit, the International Youth Empowerment Summit. It is one of the biggest summits ever in the history of Africa, as our first edition have been recorded in the Guinness Books of World Record for the first time at the Unimark Auditorium Hall as the third city of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Makeni. So this year again, 2021, we are coming up with the second edition of the International Youth Empowerment Summit, wherein leaders and youth across the world, across Africa, will be part and take part of the summit, bring suggestions and ideas on things born in them in their various countries, so that we can be able to put it in the white papers and present it to all leaders, across the world. Like we have invited the President of the Republic of Ghana, we are invited the President of the Republic of DR Congo, we are invited the President of Liberia, and also our President here, His Excellency retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. Just day before yesterday, on Wednesday, they are having a cabinet meeting for the International Youth Empowerment Summit, because on Thursday we met the Minister of Youth, Omar, call us to have a dialogue towards the International Youth Empowerment Summit. He told us that they are having a cabinet meeting for the International Youth Empowerment Summit, so that the president have been approved to be part of the International Youth Empowerment Summit. And it will be the first event since His Excellency Julius Maada Bio came into power. It will be the first event to witness as a youth program. So it is a thanks to us, because having the president, and it will be the first event to witness as a youth program. It will be a grace to us. Modernism in place, security, also presidential protocols. The Minister of Foreign Affairs give us 100% that we are going to have all those things for the international delegates and the head of state. And for the registration for international delegates is 150.
I think we have some network challenges for Ambassador, when he comes back, I will allow him to conclude what he was sharing. I want to share something with you before we do that. Just let me share some things with you. I'm going to give him an opportunity to see if he would get back onto the broadcast. Her Excellency, Dr. Comfort and some of the others that will be speakers there, we're really looking forward to a fantastic time. I can assure you, we're looking forward to a fantastic time with those in Sierra Leone. Sorry, Bangura. Let me just, okay, we have it. So I'll share with you. Just see here. Just okay. Can you see my? Let me see my screen. You can see my screen? Aliji, could you go ahead, please, again, unmute yourself? We see that you've come back. Go ahead, unmute yourself. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I will. Yeah, I would like to say I'm very sorry. It is the network here. We are having a little bit tricky network, so I will say very sorry. So, like I'm saying, so the Ministry of Youth Affairs, OMA, they have agreed and approved on the International Youth Empowerment Summit, because whatever things you are doing relating to youth, the Ministry of Youth need to aware and need to know. So, like for the international head of state, Liberia, we have met with the ambassador from Liberia to Sierra Leone. We have discussed, and the president of Liberia have sent the arrival date to the our embassy in Liberia, the Sierra Leone embassy to Liberia.
I'm seeing that he's having some challenges with the broadcast and staying connected. Interesting area where he's having challenges, but don't worry, we're looking at a few of the speakers. Dr. Hans Matthew Oom, Tequila Mutero, she is the CEO, founder and president of Emerging Mining Association of Namibia and the CEO of Namib Rise Shine Minerals Pty Limited. We also have Bob Lamin, and he's a communications director. His Excellency Ambassador Chibuzo Okereke, and there are going to be quite a few interesting speakers who are going to be a part of the summit that is happening. It is going to be phenomenal, a phenomenal time with the youth. I want to say something to all of us as young people. When we started the class of Steele, a lot of individuals, I guess, their thought, as a matter of fact, I equally remember Sori Bangura equally asking, what is this for? What is in it? What is going to happen? I clearly remember your challenge as we started the class of Steele Youth. And I smiled to myself because a lot of individuals got involved with things that they were not consistent. They did not continue to do what they say they are going to do. I want to harp on what Her Excellency Bishop Comfort said to us as young people and part of the class of Steele. This vacation is going to be a challenge because every Saturday, normally you get up and you know that in the evening you have the class of Steele. But for the next 3 weeks, you're not going to have any class of Steele. It is going to be now for you to prove that you're going to be stable and committed and connected and do not lose your own focus. It is going to be important for you. This is going to be a very important 3 weeks for you guys. I'm going to be speaking to some of you throughout that period, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in Sierra Leone sincerely. Now, with that being said, I want to ask Sori Bangura. Sori, could you're from the differently abled community. Please unmute yourself, Sori Bangura. You're from the differently abled community. And I really am grateful for having you on board. Tell us a little bit about what the class of Steele have meant for you and in this year. What was it like for you?
Okay, I want to say good evening to you, His Excellency Dr. Michael Steele, and to all members of the class of Steele. Well, the class of Steele has been nothing but amazing. The class of Steele has actually impacted so much knowledge in me, particularly. You know, and in my own little way, I have also tried to see how best I can disseminate the same knowledge I have actually acquired from the class of Steele to other differently able people around my community, those I know personally, and other people as well. But, you know, it's rather unfortunate that in this part of the world, especially here in Sierra Leone, the way we think sometimes, it's actually a very big problem. You know, the differently able people around this part of the country do not actually believe in something like this. They do believe in something that could yield them an immediate benefit. That is what they. That is what I will say. They will participate in like frequently. Yeah. So like one way or the other, I have tried to work with Al Haji to see how best we can actually meet some of the differently able people around and then try to share with them, tell them about the class of Steele, you know. But yeah, at some points we did that, but it's really, really, really disappointing that not, I will say out of like 100% or only like 10% actually came to be on board, you know. So it is really, really a very big challenge. But for me personally, the class of Steel has impacted so much knowledge in me. Like for instance, adaptation, I could remember we discussed some weeks back that as an educational traveler, adaptation is pretty much key. And that is a topic I have gotten in my head ever since it was discussed. You know, I do not only like exercise that particular topic in the aspect of education. I I live with it. Yes, I exercise that in every situation that I face personally. That anytime things get difficult for me in whatever way, you know, I would just recall my mentor once discussed a topic called adaptation. As an educational traveler or as a member of the class of Steve, you must be able to adapt to any kind of situation. Yeah, so that is one thing I have learned here in the class of Steel, and it's working for me. It's really, 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 really working for me. And then there was a topic we discussed before we discussed the laughter topic. I think it was the topic we discussed before the laughter topic, which was as an ambassador, be a fact checker. If you could read a lot of knowledge, because back in college, I studied research, and research has to do with facts. Yes, there is no way you can embark on any research work without bringing out the truth, valid information, informations that you could actually convey to the public or anybody who shows interest or somebody who actually wants to know. Yeah, so that really impacted knowledge in me about the work. It actually added so much knowledge to the ones that I already have. Be a fact checker. Yeah, as for the last topic we discussed before this period, which was the laptop being on our agenda. Like I said last week, it's one of my favorite topics. You know, it is good. It actually eases up any form of difficulty we are facing when you are in any dilemma, and then you learn to smile about it. It will actually make you feel as if, yeah, it may be disturbing, but it eases up the pressure. So, and I am that kind of person. Anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm good at cracking jokes, no matter how serious the problem or the situation might be. I always learn to keep it simple and then just hope for the best. So the class of Steel has been really, really amazing. And trust me, I am going to leave with this knowledge. It's not only going to stop here. I will keep on trying to see how best I can also disseminate this same knowledge to the differently able people around, even though it's really difficult. I'm not going to tell lies to you. It's really, really difficult. As long as it is not something that is going to yield them immediate benefits, it's very, very difficult for you to get them on board and for you to like share that same knowledge in them and make them believe that the class of steel is real, it's impacting a lot of knowledge. But I'm going to keep on trying. So I guess that's all I have to say for now.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for your submission. And I will tell you that His Excellency Architect Olukoya and myself, we have a structure in place that we're also going to be introducing to Sierra Leone. And when I come to the summit, I want to earmark an area whereby we can put a community center or something there, because we don't just want to talk. We don't just want to be, talking a lovely talk. We also want to put ourselves in a position to see how can we help. And I agree and understand the needs of the differently able community. I appreciate that it costs for internet, it costs for the mobile phone and to be on Zoom. It costs. And somebody has to foot that bill. And when individuals are struggled with trying to get food and trying to get the bare necessities on a daily basis, it can be overwhelming to even find themselves thinking about being involved in a self-development program. So I appreciate that. And that's why I celebrate you in coming through this journey with us, because I want you to know that we are aware of all of those needs. And the reason why we're doing what we're doing is because we need to have a group of people or a team of people that we could put responsible for resources. A lot of times persons go in and they put money in resources, but they never put management. And in the class of Steele, that's why we're doing these mentoring and these training. So we have individuals that are equipped to manage what we are going to be putting on ground. We know that you will be committed and dedicated. And I continually say how pleased I am with Aliji Kagbo, because I know that when we get there and what we put on ground, we have someone who is going to manage it well for us. So I'm not concerned about that. So again, I want to thank you for being there. And you will be one of those persons who will pioneer what's going to happen in Sierra Leone for your differently abled communities. And we will see how we can, at that event, at that summit, how we could garner support and commitment from others to make it a reality. I personally believe that life is not just about talking about what you're going to do. It's about doing it. When we put the class of Steele for free, my wife and myself and Bishop Comfort, our COO, who've just popped in from another meeting, Ambassador Doreen Barunji, who just popped in out of Uganda, our president, architect Olusegun Olukoya, when we said we were going to help and it's going to be a sacrifice from us, that's what we meant, that we are going to help. We are going to offer our services at no cost, because we want to give you an opportunity in Africa to make a difference. And if somebody doesn't foot the bill, then nothing will happen. So we've decided to foot the bill. And I'm proud of our team. I'm going to continually say that. I'm very proud of our team, all of you who are here, because at the end of the day, it is you who's making the class of Steele a reality. I'm going to ask our COO, Her Excellency Ambassador Doreen Barunji. She has just, as I mentioned, she's just come in from another meeting. Her schedule is ever so busy, but we're glad that she's able to pop in so that she can give you her well wishes for the end of year. This is the end of year, our final meeting. And also so that she can also tell what the class of Steele youth have been for this year, and wish you well as we go forward. I look forward to meeting with you in Sierra Leone in January. Her Excellency Doreen Barunji, please unmute yourself.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well, ma'am. You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Dr. Michael Steele. Thank you, Your Excellency, Ambassador Jenny Steele, and all the ambassadors in the house. I want to say to the youth class of Steele that are 2021, the youth session this year. And I would like to say thank you so much for all the youth all over Africa that responded to this request, to this call. And I want to encourage you that you're in the right place and you have the right leadership. The team, the adult class of Steele is here for you. Our mentor and his lovely wife, Jenny Steele, we are also here for you. I just want to assure you that there is no other place that you need to be right now in your time. You have an opportunity to change your destiny early, or to determine your destiny early. So I want to encourage you that whatever dreams and visions that you have, the class of Steele and its leadership is available to help you find your path in your future. Because right now you're actually writing you're training your future. And the best place, I tell you, if I was your age and I met people like us in the class of Steele, I would definitely not leave them, not even an inch. And for that, I would be better than what I am today. I want you to know that we love you and our hearts are open to you. Our experience is available for you. We are just not going to give you experience, but we're going to take you to where you want to go, better places than where you are. For the coming year, I would like to encourage all the class of Steele youth to invite more youth like you to join us. Let the youth class of Steele grow to greater heights. And also you try to engage yourself into leadership, be exemplary in your communities, be proud of our mentor and his administration. And for sure, we will grow with you and it will be a nice family, a big and nice family. The class of Steele will be a household name on African continent. So we have a lot of beautiful things that we have stocked in for you for the next year. And the only thing we are requesting you to do is to be available. Be available and stay in class until with us. We will be available. Whatever that you achieve it, or we get very Merry Christmas and also a prosperous New Year. Keep yourself safe, stay out of trouble, do what we expect you to do. Now that you became members of the class of Steele, we only wish the very best for you, and we want to be proud with people who are egos. That you're gonna be better than
Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Doreen, could you turn off? Try to turn off the camera. I'm hearing myself talking. Could you turn off the camera?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, turn off your camera.
Okay.
And try to speak without the camera. And if you're Doreen,
Can you hear me now?
If you're watching the broadcast on YouTube, you have to stop it, because if it is coming through on YouTube, it's going to be repeating itself. Go ahead, your access, Gary. Go ahead.
No, I am not watching it on YouTube at all. I'm not connected there. I'm only connected on my phone. Okay, I'm not connected to any gadget.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I would like to, from Uganda to all the people on the continent, all the youth on the continent and beyond, we would like to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We only wish you the best. Make the right resolutions for 2022 and work towards achieving them. You may not achieve all of them, but make sure that you at least achieve 80% of it. And we are here to ensure that you accomplish. Michael Steele for being there for us, for mentoring us, the adult class and the youth class. And we in the adult class, we appreciate you. You've made us to be diamond, and we're gonna shine like a star. Back to Your Excellency. I wish you all the best this evening. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Doreen Burunji, our COO, a few technical challenges with the network, but we appreciate her well wishes for us in the class of Steele youth. I want to ask Pretty out of Nigeria, would you give your take on the class for the year, how it has been for you, and also what are you looking forward to in the new year? Pretty, you're very welcome.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good evening, everyone in the class of Steele today, and compliments of the season. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we are hearing you fine. We are hearing you.
Okay. Okay. I want to greet everybody in the class of Steele this evening. Dr. Michael Steele, I appreciate you so much for what you're doing for us. I also want to thank Her Excellency Jenny Steele, Dr. Doreen, Bishop Comfort, Dr. Lukoya. He actually called me up this evening for the class. So I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate every member of the class of Steele. This class has been a very, very lovely journey for me this year. It has changed the way I think, the way I do my things, even in my workplace, at home. So I really appreciate, and I wish all of us a joyful celebration. Let us try to be safe and also invite more youth and more people to the class of Steele next year. Looking forward to seeing you all next year.
All right. Thank you so very much, Pretty, and regards to your family, and thank you for your commitment to building and developing yourself as a person as well in the class with us this year. And we look forward to the great things that are going to be happening that are already scheduled for Nigeria that I'm going to be telling you about shortly. I want to ask Ruth. Ruth, would you unmute yourself and just share briefly what the class has been like for you this year, and just saying your greetings to everyone. Go ahead, Ruth Gordon.
Thank you so much, His Excellency Dr. Michael Steele, and all the excellencies here present. I bring you seasonal greetings. Merry Christmas in advance. Even though I have missed a couple of classes due to my strenuous academic work, I try to join in as and when I have, I'm free from a little bit from my academic work. What I've learned so far, the little that I've heard from
Before you go on, tell them where you are, Ruth.
Yes, please. I am in China, and as you can see from my dressing, the weather is freakingly cold, very, very cold here, even in my room. So I had to put on this heavy thing, and then I woke up from bed not long ago. The time is 2 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. We are in Sunday. So I can say that joining the class of Steele has really changed some aspect of my perception, the way I used to perceive my environment, the kind of people I meet. It has really renewed my mind, if I should put it that way, about people, the way I see things. And it has changed me from what I used to be, the way I used to think, to being the acceptive person, to accept whoever comes my way the way he or she is, by not criticizing or ridiculing or looking down upon anyone. I've learned to relate with people well. Let me put it that way. I've learned to really, really relate with people from all walks of life, because we are here international students. We meet different people, different students, and everybody and where he or she is coming from with different background, different culture. And indeed, being part of the class of Steele has taught me that culture is diverse and it is beautiful. So we need to embrace who we are as Africans. We need to embrace our culture, regardless of where we are coming from. We are human beings and we need to accept who we are. And it has really boosts my confidence. Whoever I meet, I am able to relate well. Yeah, I'm able to relate to it. And all thanks to the class of Steele and all the excellencies here. You are doing a great job trying to groom us for the future of Africa. And it's not a bad thing. So to my colleagues who are always joining in the class, it's a good thing. Broadcast the news about the class of Steele, and I hope that next year coming, we'll see each other's face again on the same platform. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. God bless you.
Ruth, what country are you representing when you are completing your studies, and when are you completing your studies in China?
Hopefully next year, June, I'll be completing. I'm in my final year.
What is your study?
History. I'm majoring in Middle East history.
Middle East. Why
Yes,
Middle East?
It's a long story. I actually, I don't know why, but I just found myself in that department, and I really thought I need to make the best out of it, because my field is education and gender studies, but I'm able to incorporate that aspect of it in the history, looking at it from whatever I'm doing, I'm looking at it from the historical perspective, relating it to the Middle East issues.
What area or what country of influence are you going to be focusing on when you leave China?
I'll still go back to Ghana because I'm a Ghanaian. I miss my home very much. I have to go back and then meet my family. But from there, I'll be having some project with my professor back here in China. So we'll be communicating through emails and on phone, and then hopefully see what the Lord has for me, and then know the way forward, as I'll be still being connection with the class of Steele as well.
If you could ask for help to do something when you finish your training, what would you ask for? What would you like?
I would ask to I would like to organize the youth, if possible. If I have the chance, I would like to organize the youth back home, and then introduce them to the class of Steele, at least be an ambassador, as our brother is doing in Sierra Leone, and then educate them on certain things to, what we have gotten here, transfer it into them and all that. That's what I wish to do. And then, if possible, take it to the global level. Yeah.
I have, we've just had one of our organizations that came into special consultative status with the United Nations. Okay. And we're going to be taking individuals into the United Nations different areas in New York, in Vienna, and Geneva. And I think what I'm going to do is hopefully next year by June, July, August, I would like to plan a trip in the summer of next year to one of the UN headquarters. And I would like you to, because you will be back in Ghana by then, and I would like you to coordinate a team out of Ghana that we will be taking to the United Nations headquarters on a trip. Myself, Bishop Comfort, Doreen, and Architect Olukoyu, we have already committed ourselves to doing that. So it would be lovely if you would get on board with the Ghanaian team, Bishop Dr. Comfort Adu, and we would see how we can empower you to start putting foundation down for when you return, rather than returning and having to put foundation. We would see how we can empower you to have something on ground when you show up, and you show up and deliver, rather than just showing up and looking to see what you can deliver on.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it, and it's very much embraced. That is a good idea for me. All
right. Well, we wish you good luck with your studies, Ruth, and I'm always very, very pleased to see you, because I know you're all the way in China, so many hours ahead of us here in London, but yet you remain committed to this class. And I just want to, on the behalf of the management team of the class of Steele, truly appreciate you for your participation, and hope that you are one of the diamonds that will come out of the class of Steele, because there are many diamonds in here.
Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Thank you, man. I want to, Emanuela out of Ghana. Emanuela, could you unmute yourself and give us your, just a quick summary of what the class of Steele has been to you for this year? Please.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Steele. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you very, very much, Doc, for such an amazing class. For me, this class has been a blessing. I will call it a blessing because there were so many things I didn't know. And as a law student looking at entering the Ghana School of Law and hopefully being called to the bar in 2023, I think this has been an eye-opener. I've been enlightened, getting to know so many lessons for life generally and for my future career, how to relate with people, how to even conduct myself when I travel out of the country, how to stick to a team, how to even coordinate my personal life and schedule and all that. I learned so much from the class of Steele. And then I love the fact that after every class, Doc, you give an opportunity to everyone to share their own personal experiences. And from the various experiences that each and every one of us here share, I learned so much from them. It's like people have gone through, or members here have gone through their own experiences. So sharing them and me listening to them is an opportunity for me not to make those same mistakes and to be able to identify opportunities or problems or hurdles when I see them because other members have spoken about them here. So this year has been amazing for me because of the class of Steele. Thank you very much, Doc. And I look forward to much more greater experiences and lessons in the coming year. Thank you very much, Doc.
What is your major, Emanuela? What's your major?
Okay, so currently I don't have a major because for the law school, we literally learn everything together. But then I'm going to start my professional studies where after 2 years, I'll be called to the Ghana bar and then start practicing as a lawyer. And then from there, I'm looking at going to further my education in the UK and be called to the bar in the UK as well. So
then pertaining to
currently I don't have any major.
Okay, so pertaining to your doors open in the UK, I want to stand 100% available to you, that any doors that you would like open in the UK, if we in the class of Steele can add value to that for you, we will do so. And I think that I will have a conversation with Her Excellency Ambassador Doreen and also Architect Olusegun, and we will see how we can incorporate you stronger on the legal side in the class of Steele, that when you are traveling, you will travel at a different level. We will help you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you.
All right, thank you so very much. I want to ask, Enoch, would you please share your thought briefly on what the year has been like for you, Enoch?
Hello, good evening, class of Steele. I'm Enoch from Ghana. I would say I appreciate His Excellency Dr. Steele and all the ambassadors here. I appreciate all the effort they are putting in place to at least teach us something or give us knowledge about what we haven't known for the past years. I have learned a lot from this class. In fact, it has been a blessing to me and an eye-opener. I've learned a lot. I've boosted my confidence level, how to associate with people, how to talk with people has really helped me a lot in this class. I'll say thank you to each and every one here, especially Dr. Steele and your wife, and the ambassadors and the excellencies here in the class. I thank you so much. My warm wishes for this Xmas. Wish you all the best and a Merry Christmas. Lessons and everything learned here. I appreciate that. That's all I can say for this. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so very much for your submission. I want to ask Oyin Kansola Olukoya, the daughter of our president, what has the class of Steele been like for you? Tell Daddy what it has been like for for you, so that Daddy knows. Oyin Kansola Olukoya, kindly on yourself. You're welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The class of Steel has actually been a very amazing experience for me. Even though I don't always join all the time, but like all the times I join, I like learn things from it, and like I like gain things that I'll use to like help myself and impact my life. So like joining the class of Steel all the time is like really amazing and nice for me.
Thank you. What stands out for you? What is most interesting for you about the class?
Um
Ooh, if you didn't expect that, I would challenge you.
yeah, most times I like the fact that you emphasize on time management. Yeah, because a lot of people don't put time to the things they do, and like time waits for no one, as they always say. But like some people, like we really need to put time into everything we do, because like time management is key.
Thank you so very much, Oyin Kunsola. Thank you for
Thank
your
you.
submission, and I wish you a wonderful Christmas and a wonderful New Year to come.
Thank you, and you too.
Uh,
Merry Christmas in advance.
Thank you. Fedor, would you please give your comments to the class? Fedor Arthur.
Hello, please can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Steele, His Excellency Dr. Steele, Michael Steele, for this opportunity. I'm really grateful. It happens to me that I joined quite late, but I've fetched a lot of lessons within this short while, and I thank the whole team, to all the ambassadors from other countries. I've learned a lot, especially with respect to my human relations and leadership, certain leadership qualities, as well as time management. And I hope to put all this in practice as a leader to become a more effective person. And I really want to thank you too for giving us the opportunity to equally bring our ideas. I mean, the interactive session is what really makes me enjoy this class the most. You challenge us to think outside the box and to be innovative. Yeah, that is one thing I like about this class. So it's my prayer that next year, God willing, more things will come on board, where we'll have more participants and have other interesting activities to equip us to represent our countries very well. And a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to each and every one of us. God bless us all. Thank you very much, say.
Thank you so very much, Fedor. One of the
Thank you.
Go ahead, Ruth. You're welcome.
Yes, Dr. Steele, I'm sorry I just jumped in. I'm excited because the one who just spoke, Theodore, happens to be my brother.
Fedor is your brother.
Yes, please.
Ah, Fedor. Your sister is there. You're not celebrating your sister. You get to you don't even show your video, Fedor, that your sister can see you.
Yeah, it's been a while, very long time.
Fedor, show yourself that your sister can see you now.
Unfortunately, say my environment will not permit it to do so. I'm on a street as I'm speaking now. So like
I understand. I understand. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. So it was Theodore that introduced you to the class, Ruth?
It was my auntie. Yeah, she introduced the two of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well done. Sandra, would you share your thoughts on the class? Sandra Aram, I don't think that I've seen you many times. You might be a visitor. Are you a visitor, Sandra?
Your Excellency. Oh no, please, I'm not a visitor. I usually partake, but just I don't put on my camera.
Okay. Go ahead, Sandra. How has the class been for you?
Your Excellency, it has been an insightful journey for me. I've really learned so much. And one of the lessons I've learned was not to receive items or parcels from strangers when you are traveling at the airport. I think it was Dr. Doris who taught us that session. You travel during that session. And she was saying sometimes people can give you illegal goods like cocaine, so you can be arrested. And then I've also learned how to manage my time, to set my priorities so that I don't do things I'm not supposed to do. Yes, I've really learned so much. So it has been an insightful journey for me. And I look forward to next year. I look forward to attending more sessions with you, Your Excellency. Thank you.
You're very welcome again, and happy Christmas and happy New Year to you also.
Many happy returns, Your Excellency.
Well done. Joseph Ibrahim. Joseph, unmute yourself, please, and share your thoughts. How has the year been for you thus far?
Yes. Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so the class is still being an educative session, even though frankly speaking, I was not that punctual on meetings because sometimes it collides with my studies and I'm a chorister too at the church. So it sometimes collides with most of my dealings. But notwithstanding, I always do follow-ups through Sori Bangura. He's like a brother to me, and he normally gives me tips as to what went down during each session that I missed. And that has been very, very much wonderful because whatever knowledge we share together, I tend to enact it into my daily life. And I'm seeing so much improvement into everything I'm putting my efforts into. But most importantly, in a nutshell, I think I grabbed one perception from the class of Steele. The class of Steele has made me realize that irrespective of your age, your disability, your gender, we always have a role to play in society, especially in development cohesion. That is very, 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 very much important because sometimes there is this syndrome that who am I to be this brilliant? Who am I to be this impactful? Who am I to take up certain responsibilities? Who am I to stand in front of people and say words of hope to them? Who am I? But the class of Steele has made us to realize that there's no barrier to you becoming a pillar of change. And I think that is something that has kept me going because I could remember there was a time I attended one of the class of Steele meeting. I was the one that spoke with you about having challenges as a disabled, wanting to do something valuable in society or to impact your community. It's very much frustrating because sometimes you book appointments with ministers, with government agencies, donor partners. Your letter won't even cut across. You won't be given ears for your voice to be heard. That kind of a thing. But through series of engagement from the class of Steele, I also realized that sometimes I do not need to do things big. I can have a big idea, but I can also achieve by doing them in a little way. And you might not tell the little way that that you will put your effort into will yield greater fruit, and that is what will take you to the higher height. So the class of Steele have made me realize more of who I really am, giving me more zeal, more hope, and also it has sprung up the passion to become more resilient in development cohesion. Because as I told you, or as anyone could attest to the fact, Sierra Leone is a country that everything is being politicized. So if you are not connected to the government of the day, no matter how brilliant you may be, no matter how innovative enough your ideas can create change with it, you will not be given an audience. You get so. Uh, the class of Silla just made me realize that I don't need this big platform. I just need to start somewhere. I just need to, let people give people hope, because there are lots and a lot of people out there that need what you're sharing. As our country director said on his submission, that uh, you know, it's difficult to get people, or sorry, it's always difficult for us to participate in online teachings because it's cost effective. You get, so more or less we pay for almost everything. But here at the class of Steel, we hear from different people of high caliber in society, people that their words are very much intentionally motivating, that will catapult one's life. Once you take those words into reality, you will always see yourself trending to the next level of success. And that is what has been my trajectory since I started the class of Steel. At first, I took it for just any ordinary session, but I attended the first two sessions and I came to realize that no, this is different from the others that I've met. I mean, there is always the how to say, the ethics of love that flows along. Everybody's given the opportunity to say something. Unlike other classes, you only get to hear people say, but you're not given the platform to share your ideas, your views. And all of these encompass are very much important for the growth of one's life. Feeling belong, feeling you being part of a process, not just you being an attendee, but also part of the process as it goes along. It sends a very, very good signal for anyone that wants to be part of this this class. And as our previous Sierra Leoneans that I've said, yes, it's really challenging to get people on board because most of them are more concerned about the immediate benefit they get, more especially financial benefits, because this is Sierra Leone we live in. But I know Africa as well face the same struggle. But again, in as much as that has been a challenge, I think as zealous as we can be, and as being that we've always been benefits to this forum, I think we need to do more. As in, there are so many things that we need to come up with, ideas, innovations, strategies on how to cope, because I know there is no problem without a solution. That is a fact. So if we come together and with the knowledge you've shared all this while with other speakers to us, I think there are also different ways to tackle some of these challenges. And as being that our able Sierra Leonean coordinator has always been on the forefront. Kudos to him. He is always there. He calls meetings. He gathers us. Sori is always prompting everybody to be on board. Sori Bangura, I give him kudos as well. He has been there, visiting the disabled camps, talking with people, trying to let them realize the essence of being a part of the class of Steel. This is a laudable venture. But I tell you, if we keep continuing to do this, you'll see so many people who will want to be part of the system. And once they're part of the system, the impact will be great because the knowledge will just be sharing across. And this is something that we lack here. And I'm sure it's something that we need. So once more, I just want to say for the realization the class of Steele have brought me, it has made me become more optimistic of my future. I just want to say a very big thank you for lending an invitation for me to be part of this program, for everybody to be part of this program, even though some took it with levity, but I didn't. I didn't take it for granted. I was here and I've been following up. So I just want to say a very big thank you for such a platform. A very big thank you to the entire team for their patience, their kind words, their words of motivation, for always being there. And I also want to commend the sustainability of the event. This is very much important. Sometimes it's not about starting the program. It's about how continually it has been very, very inspiring to me. Week in, week out, class of Steele have been holding, and every week we see a change. We see something new. We feel and we get new knowledge that are very, very much important for our growth. So without much words, I just want to say a very big thank you. And I'm one of the success stories of Class of Steel. I can tell you that's a fact because God willing, I'm also organizing an international model UN conference coming 2022. And of course, the Class of Steel is definitely going to be part of it. It's a national conference that has to do with civic education, youth leadership, training peace ambassadors to become emissaries of peace in the different communities in all over Sierra Leone. But it's a gradual process. As I'm learning through the class of Steele, I'm also implementing the knowledge I get there into what I'm intending to do. So a very big thank you for this opportunity. I don't take it for granted. And I just want to say that I'm a success story, Tori, and I'm always happy to be part of it. And I'll forever be part of this program. Thank you once more.
Joseph, thank you so very much. Come on, let's celebrate him. I really, I guess you guys know that I have a sincere heart for those that are physically challenged, because a lot of us don't recognize that we're challenged. All of us are challenged. A lot of us are challenged in different areas. For example, those who are challenged financially are equally as challenged as those that are differently abled with mortal challenges, because ultimately we have the same hardship where we cannot accomplish things. I want to say to you, Joseph, that I sat and I listened to you, and there are tears in my eyes and my heart, but tears of joy. And I will confirm that the class of Steele will remain free. I will never charge for the class of Steele youth. Never. I will not. And I will never charge for this Saturday. This is a sacrifice that I will make as big as it grows. It will always remain free for persons to join. And these videos will always remain here, that you can tell your friends and others, go and watch the videos. I will make sure that that happens. I want to celebrate Her Excellency Ambassador Doreen, our COO, who has such a heart, who looks after so many people in Africa herself, out of her own resources, beyond the Sky Tours and travel. And I also want to celebrate Architect Olusegun Olukoya, who does the same, Her Excellency Bishop Comfort. All of the persons that we bring on this team are more passionate about you than you can imagine, and are more desperate for you to make it. The reason why we are is because we wish somebody did it for us. If somebody was doing for me, or had done for me what I am doing for you right at this minute, I'm 50 years old. I could assure you that there would have been more things that I could be in a position to do for you. But I'm going to, and we as a family are going to position you to be the ones that can do it for your successive generations to come. I want to applaud all of you those from the differently abled community, I want to tell you something. You are just differently abled. If any person heard you, Joseph, just now, they would never know that you're physically challenged. And that's what I want you to always remember. Close your eyes to your different ability. Close your eyes to what is your hindrance. Nobody doesn't know your bank account when you show up for a meeting. Nobody doesn't know how much money you have or don't have. Show up with what you have to deliver and deliver it. Nobody doesn't know who your father is, who your mother is. Nobody doesn't know. You just show up and deliver on what you have to deliver on. I also want to say something very interesting. All of you don't realize this, but I will expose it to you. The reason why I allow individuals to speak, and you will see me sitting here listening patiently, is because in life, all of you as leaders are going to have to learn the most important attribute of leadership is listening. I'm going to say that again. The most important attribute of leadership is listening. The class of Steele will never be a success if I did not listen to you, if I did not give you a chance to speak. A lot of leaders in Africa just want to be given information, given advice, and they don't listen. You in the differently abled communities are struggling because your leaders do not listen. They don't know how to sit in forums like these and listen to everybody's opinion. Listen to everybody's voice. Hear what everybody says. Even some of you here find it challenging when some persons speak because you might not hear them clearly, you might not understand everything, but I want to assure you something. By the ending of this class, all of you should be in a position where if there are 10 or 20 persons that have to speak, as important as you thought your subject was for them to listen to you speaking, you should also think that theirs is important and listen to them. That's important. And I want you to recognize that in the circle of influence that all of you are going into, you are going to be in an environment where you are going to have an audience. And you need to listen to your audience. You need to listen to the feedback that you're getting to tell you, am I doing a good job? Am I doing a bad job? Am I wasting my time? Is this successful? You need to listen. If you don't listen, you will never know. If you just show up with ideas and show up with plans and you don't listen, you will never know. Theodore, I want to thank you for listening. All of you sit here and you listen. I'm proud of you. We in the class of Steele are proud of you. I have tears in my heart because sincerely, I wish that this was 200 young people from Africa. Because guess what this would mean if this was 200 young people from Africa? It would mean that you have 199 friends. That's what it would mean. It would mean that you have 199 people that you've just connected to from around the world. The reason why I let you say what country you're from is because the government and the political systems create so many problems and diverse conflicts that when you hear Ugandan or Nigerian, you have problems. But look at all of you today. You have a friend from Ghana. You have a friend from Nigeria. You have a friend from Sierra Leone. You have a friend that lives in China. Come on. If you want to know what's going on in China, you have a friend that is in China right now in the class of Steele. How many of you have ever said to her, what is going on in China? And if you don't have her, you also have her brother who is here. Do you see why I allow you to speak? This class of Steele is not about me. I'm going to go to my maker. And the class of Steele has a 100-year vision. You are the class of Steele. You are the ones who are going to impact Africa. You are going to be the decision makers. You're going to be the legislators. all of you. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you hard and tough. I challenge you. Don't let anybody stop your voice. Don't let anybody make you think you don't have something to offer. Don't let anybody make you think that you're useless. You are useful. And Africa needs you. The world needs you. And if I have to invest my money and my time, and I have to go and solicit people that are going to invest their money and their time in giving you an opportunity to recognize the potential you have to impact the world, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because you deserve it. You deserve it. Africa deserves better, and you are the better that Africa is going to get. You have to see yourself this way. All of you that are in university that are studying, take your studies serious. Take your cultural diverse opportunities serious. A lot of individuals go to universities and they miss the most important attribute of university. Can I tell you what the most important attribute of university is? Do you think the important attribute of university is what you're studying? Is that what you think it is? That's not what it is. Let me tell you what's the most important attribute of university: diversity. If you want to be a globally relevant individual, Ruth, listen to me. Ruth, there are people that you are going to rub shoulders with, that when they leave you, they're going to be the presidents and the kings and the legislators in the country, and you are going to be their friend, Ruth. And when you go back to Ghana, and there are leaders in 10 and 15 years from now, you're going to call them and they are going to remember you. But how will they remember you? How will they remember you? What relationship did you foster? What did you do together? What battles did you fight together? What pranks did you pull on each other together? This is what is all about university. It's about your alumni. A lot of you are in the class of Steele, and none of you communicate with each other. You miss the value. That's why I keep telling you the class of Steele is not about me alone as your mentor. It's about you. It's about that person that is going to tell a story, and you hear their story. And you say, Pretty lives in Nigeria. I want to go to Nigeria. Who do I know in Nigeria? Let me call Pretty. And Pretty's going to say, I know you. Come on. Are you getting what I'm doing? Are you getting what I'm doing? You sit down and you're just a name behind a screen. I want you in 2022 to be a face. I want you, let me say this to you. If this class goes on long, that's fine by me. This is our final class for the year. But I want to pour out to you some things that I want you to get it. I've been through a horrible, horrible set of experiences in my life. And if I was not able to travel and go to another country and start over, I could assure you, I don't think that I would have made it this far in life. I could assure you, the pain and the shame that I've passed through in one environment. But by the grace of God, I've been globalized for so many years from my youth. I hold 3 passports that I respect so highly. I am not fraudulent with nothing that I do. I make sure that I don't get involved with crime. I make sure I don't get involved with people that are doing anything criminal. As soon as I hear you're doing something criminal, I run so far from you. I don't care if you're my family, my sibling. I don't even care who you are. I don't care if you're my teacher, my mentor, my guru. If you're doing anything that would compromise my security, my safety, my immigrational status, I'm going to run so far from you. Why? Because in life, if you do not have a place to go when hardship comes, if you do not have another door to open, the world is too big. The world is huge. Are you going to tell me that your suffering and your struggling in Sierra Leone is going to cause you to think the world is a horrible place? Are you going to tell me that your difficulty in Nigeria or in Ghana is going to cause you to give up on life? The world is huge. The world is bigger than you. Roof is in China. Roof is in China, and you're listening to people telling you how much death and chaos is going on in China, and Roof would be laughing at you. Because China is not what you think it is. It's not what the media is showing you. I'm going to carry all of you on a field trip to China. I'm going to carry you on field trips to the USA. I'm going to carry you on field trips to Europe to show you. You have to be the voice to tell the others the world is a beautiful place. The world is amazing. But if you sit down and you get pushed into a corner with the rhetoric of media and journalism that is fashioned to frighten you and to culture you into a way of thinking, then you will not make it. You will give up like anybody else. You'll think there's no hope. Please listen to me in the class of Steele. Why am I doing this for free? Why am I doing it for free? It costs me to get this knowledge. It costs me to have this experience and these experiences. But you want me to tell you a little secret? If somebody had given it to me, it would not have cost me so much. That's why we are giving it to you. Don't waste it. Don't be selfish and sit down in a little corner and think you have a monopoly on knowledge. No, that's not why I'm mentoring you. That's not why I'm sacrificing to mentor you and put these videos on social media and YouTube. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to be popular. Do you really think I care about being popular? Answer me a question. Do I look like I care about being popular? Honestly. Somebody that has been to over 100 cities in the world, that have traveled on more airplanes than anything else, that has 3 legal passports and travel all. Do you really think I'm impressed with somebody trying to think that I want to be popular? That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I want you to understand that you can impact this world just like I have impacted it. You, in your little area, all of you. We're going to have a virtual class of Steele Summit that is going to happen in February. We're going to have a virtual summit. And you want the truth? I want to see how many of you are able to inspire somebody. How many of you are able to encourage somebody to come from another country and tell them, I am graduating from the class of Steele, and I'm proud that I went through this year. Not for me, not for me, for you. And for those people in Sierra Leone that are feeling they can't do any better. For those people in Ghana and Uganda that are thinking the world just wants to take advantage of them and rob them. Everybody in the world is not trying to rob you. Everybody in the world is not trying to take advantage of you. That's not true. There are people in the world that want you to make it. There are people in the world that want you to be successful, but you have to apply yourself to being a product that people can invest in. You have to apply yourself. You have to be consistent. How many of you would still be here if I said it was going to be Saturday and then I show up and I see 3 people and I decide I'm not going to do it anymore? Come on, somebody. You got to stick to what you say you're going to do. Do what you say you are going to do. Be a man or woman of your word, no matter who shows up, no matter who supports you, no matter who is on your agenda. Sorry, Bangura and Joseph, I'm proud of the 2 of you. The differently abled community needs you. If you look and say, oh, the differently abled community doesn't come, so I'm not going to come. Could you imagine what's going to happen? Nobody would make it. Could you imagine if I, as a mentor, said, I'm going to do the class of Steele, and my COO didn't show up, my Bishop Comfort, who was a coordinator, didn't show up, my president for the youth didn't show up. Could you imagine what would happen if I said, well, those guys are not with me, so I'm not going to show up? Then what would happen? You got to show up. Come on, somebody. Say, I'm going to show up. Say, I'm going to show up. Say, I am going to show up. I'm going to show up. I don't care who shows up. I'm going to show up. I don't care who does it. I'm going to do it. I don't care who doesn't have integrity. I'm going to have integrity. That's what I want from you. I want to put a smile on your face. I want to put a smile on your face. Sorry, you have Joseph. Just you and Joseph. Just the 2 of you alone. Listen to me. Just the 2 of you, Mike. Hey, I'm excited for the 2 of you. The class of Steele is going to take the differently abled community out of the whole of Sierra Leone, out of the whole of Africa, and the 2 of you are going to be pioneers. Get what I just said. Get what because the 2 of you showed up. Because the 2 of you refused to listen and say, I'm going to sit back. You guys are going to have an invitation to London to meet with one of the most powerful young men that I know that is in a wheelchair. His name is Abdi Kasim. And we just have an organization that has been established for the differently abled community in the UK. We have a registered charity for the differently abled community because we are going to help you. But we're only going to help you because you showed up. I'm sorry for taking all of your time. I'm sorry for being so passionate. Please forgive me. But I want to be honest with all of you. I'm proud of you. And I don't care if God only gives me 10 of you to take over Africa with. I don't need so much. I just need Her Excellency Doreen and Olukoya to take over Africa. As a matter of fact, I could do it by myself. Secretly. But all of you are a part of this great journey. And I want you to realize you are important. But if you try to be a Lone Ranger and you don't have one person with you, you will not make it. You need a team. I'm so proud of Ruth. Every time I see Ruth, I get excited in my heart. I am Ruth, when we are coming to China, Ruth when we are coming to China. When we are coming to China, how well do you know your region or little area? Do you go around, Ruth?
I know. I'm in Henan province. And if I'm here till you come, I have the opportunity to take you around.
You don't have to be there till I come, my dear. Wherever in the world you are, I will bring you with me. You don't.
Okay, thank you.
just know the environment. Just know the people and just understand the terrain. That's all we need. We need Ambassador Sori Bagur. When I come there, just know your community, just know your people, and we're going to be fine. Pretty, when we come to Nigeria, just know your people, just know your area, and we will be fine. Emanuela, know your legal team, know your legal fraternity, know the things to do, and when we need you, we'll be fine. Ambassador Aliji, continue to be cool, my brother. All in your own areas. Just get to know your area and just know one single thing. You are important. You are important. If we want to set up a travel agency in China, know a few people that we could put in place. And I'm going to assure you that Her Excellency Doreen Baruji will be pleased to have a Beyond the Sky Tour and Travel represented in China, because I want to impact China. I'm a martial artist. How could a martial artist not want to impact China?
Oh.
With that being said, let me calm down because this is being recorded. Thank you so very much. Bishop Comfort, I'm going to let you share any final thoughts Your Excellency Dr. Comfort to do, because we're going to wrap up the class. And Mr. President, I will allow you to have the final word after Her Excellency Bishop Comfort speaks. Dr. Comfort, please unmute yourself. Give your final word, and then His Excellency Architect Olukoya, we will close off.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Bishop Dr. Michael Steele. It's so pleasant hearing these wonderful words from you and seeing how our young ambassadors have come this far. How thrilled I am to see that they are very, very serious. I thank God for your life. And I also know that whatever you have for 2022, it will be very fun, extravagant. People will look at it and then say that this class of students that we were asking, where are they going? We are going somewhere. So I thank God so much. And you students, thank God for your life. And I believe that whatever you have learned, you do well to keep on with it. And then 2022, come 2022, you will be very studious as well, and then bring in more people. We want the youth of tomorrow to be a youth of a difference. So stretch out your arms and bring all your friends on board, and I know they will not regret it. And to all the senior ambassadors, kudos to you all for being on the Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay blessed. The Lord bless you all and protect all of us as we enter into 2022. Amen.
Amen. And I see Her Excellency Doreen. I didn't know you were still there. Before I bring the president on, Your Excellency Doreen, your final words, please. Our COO, please give your final words. Okay, still having challenges with her network. Your Excellency Architect Olukola, please give your well wishes and your final word for the year.
Thank you once again very much, Your Excellency Dr. Michael Steele, and everyone has spoken so well this evening. And we are very proud of everybody. Just like Dr. Michael Steele encouraged, let's interact with one another, but with respect, and also to set boundaries for ourselves and not just take one another for granted. As we wrap up the year 2021 and we move into the year 2022, I want to wish every one of us Merry Christmas. And look forward to further interactions with every one of us in the next 2 years. Trust that trust that excellence that we have, the world will see it, the world will come to us, and we also take class of Steele.
Your Excellency, Architect Olukoya, forgive me, but I think you need to either unplug that microphone and try to speak without that microphone that is plugged in, if it is possible, because we're not hearing you, and I need us to hear you. I don't think it would do you any justice to go off with that on the recording. So, Your Excellency, would you please try again? Because we were not hearing you properly, and that's not submittable. Could you try again, Your Excellency Olukoya?
Good evening, Your Excellency.
Oh, Your Excellency, it is as if a breath of fresh air. Please start over from the beginning. We can hear you now. Hallelujah. Hey, there's hope. Go ahead.
Thank you very much once again, Your Excellency, Dr. Michael Steele. And all the excellencies in the house, our COO, also Bishop Comfort, and everyone in the class of Steele that have spoken this evening. We want to thank you for all your submissions. We have all spoken excellently well, and want to assure every one of us that we are all one in the class, physically able. I want to say that we didn't even notice that we see each and every one of us as one, the same, and equal in the class of Steele. And as we round up the year 2021 and move to believe that each and every one of us will take the class of Steele to the world.
How many of you know that we need to have a physical in-person conference? How many of you agree with me? We desperately need it. I can't wait to get to Sierra Leone. Your Excellency Olukoya, go ahead. You're back.
Can we hear me? Okay, thank you very much. And so we all are working together to succeed and to excel and to ensure that that beauty that we carry on our inside, the excel to the class of Steele, even as we take the class of Michael Steele, have encouraged each and every one of us. Let's interact with one another, but let's make sure we do it with decorum and we do it with respect for one another, and ensure that whatever we do, we live above board and we display all that the class of Steele stands for. So I want to say that we will interact at different levels with every one of us so that we can become all that we are born to be, so that we can exhibit the beauty and the glory that we carry on our inside and make it to shine to the ends of the world. So this is wishing every one of us a Merry Christmas in the year 2021 and a prosperous 2022, even as we sail into the new year. I congratulate every one of us that have remained steadfast and consistent in the class of Steele, and trust that we'll do better in the year 2022. And just as we are all ambassadors, let's go out there and hit the target of having 200 young people in the class of Steele in the year 2022. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for all that you do. I want to appreciate the First Lady also, Her Excellency Jeannie Steele, and also our amiable Joshua Steele for the glorious and serious and loving support that we have enjoyed, even in the class of Steele and in the class of Steele youth. Thank you very much once again, Your Excellency, and all the excellencies in the house. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so very much. So I will tell you now, you've lasted till the end. All of you that are here, I want you to put your email inside of the chat, your email and your WhatsApp number, just your email and your WhatsApp number, put it in the chat, and you are now officially on the Class of Steele Youth website. You are the official face of the Class of Steele Youth. So all of you that are here right now, I just want you to send me your put your email and your WhatsApp number, your email and your WhatsApp number. Put it inside of the chat, and I will send you a link where you could register and the information that I want from you to put on the website. So congratulations, you are officially the Class of Steele Youth face, all of you that are here. And I deliberately waited patiently for this time so that I can see who is going to last the time. Well done and congratulations. Please put it together. I want you to put it at all one time together. Don't put your name and then your thing. Put it name and WhatsApp number. Name, email, and WhatsApp number. Put it inside of the chat at the same time. Don't send me 3 different chats because I'm just going to copy it and paste it. So don't send me 3 different chats. Just send me one. Name, WhatsApp number, and email address, and your country. Just send it to me. I'm going to wait for it. Your Excellency Doreen, turn off your camera and see if you can share your last words, because I'm trying to get you to say anything, but it is not working for us. You want to try, Your Excellency Doreen? Can you see us? You look like you're frozen. Ruth, I'm going to put you to represent China, Ruth. You're not even going to Ghana. Sorry. We're keeping you in China. And all of you are free to unmute yourself. You are live on the world, on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You guys are live. So all of you could unmute and you can chat for a little bit, say hi, bye, whatever.
Hello, hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Sorry.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Hi
everyone.
world. My section is a little bit busy, but I just want to send a season greetings to you all. Happy and Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year ahead.
Many happy returns.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Many happy returns.
No,
Merry Christmas. Happy 2020.
May we double up in the coming year.
Amen.
My greetings to
Amen.
you.
Thank you, Dr.
Happy,
Steele. God bless
happy,
you.
happy Merry Christmas. And
Merry
a prosperous
Thank you so much,
year.
Dr. Josela. God bless you. And God bless all the excellencies, especially
God bless you,
Dr.
Doctor.
Ambassador Doreen. We appreciate you a lot.
Ambassador Doreen have begun some very serious challenges in Uganda with her online technology.
Okay.
And then a young baby. Daniel online.
We are hearing you.
Sorry. Sorry.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone, and congratulations to us all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
That's very necessary.
Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas to each and everyone. This year.
Let me see about
All right, good morning, guys. I need to take some short rest.
Bye, group.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Bye.
That's very